My younger brother at the age of 21 passed away. When he died, that really for me was the end because we weren't just brothers, we were best friends. My best friend slash brother dies, and then it totally ruins me. As bad as I was on drugs, it made it way worse. Now I'm, drugs on steroids. It's just like so horrible. And it just got worse and worse. And eventually it led up to me not wanting to be here anymore. Leaving the body was the only thing that made sense to alleviate the pain. July 17th, 2010, I had a whole bottle of narcotic painkillers because I know for a fact this is going to end me. And it was like, I don't know, only a couple minutes. Really, it was very, very quick that everything started to come and just go dark. So it was like trickling in. This darkness was starting to trickle in. And I knew that this is it for me. And then white now started trickling up. I'm looking down at the paramedics. So there is a period of about 20 minutes, I feel like, because the paramedics had to come, they had to be called. There was a time frame that is being blocked for me. For me, it was instantaneous. It was black and then white. And now I'm just there hovering, looking down at my body. Holy shit, I'm dead. Like I died. I did it. Like I died, but then I was like, holy shit, I'm not dead at all. And I am so much better than I ever was. Felt like I was secure and that nothing could ever go wrong. There was no anxiety, no depression, no heartache, no guilt, no shame. All the stuff that I carried in my body was completely removed and gone. I was home. I'm looking down at my body, but we're in an ambulance at this point. I'm looking down at paramedics working on me. This is when this kind of the review started happening. Everyone that I encountered, every single other person, I could feel what I had done to them. I'm feeling their pain. I'm feeling their sorrow. I'm feeling their anger. God, there was a lot of that. I'm feeling that from their point of view. And then I'm also feeling those that I did do good with as well. I'm feeling that joy or excitement or things in that nature more on the positive side. But like I said, way more negative. There was no judgment. I was the judge, jury, the prosecutor. I was everything about the judge of my own life. It was me judging myself on what I could have done better or could have changed. There was this blueprint of my life, and there was challenges put in place for me to overcome. And it was obvious that I didn't pass any. It was obvious that nothing I did actually accomplished anything. And all of these challenges were still there. They were, unfinished. For me, it was just like, it's not a disappointment, but for me, it was like, oh man, I couldn't even get one thing right in this on this list. It was obvious that I totally failed. Man, like I could have done a little better than this. Like if life was a game, I'm very much failed. My younger brother died a year before. He came up to me. He and his bubbly self was like, wow, that was quite the experience, quite the journey, in a very jokingly manner. And then he's like, I want you to come over here. I want you to follow me. Then he brought me into this light room. And this is where there was three beings. There was two women and there was one male guide. So the two women, they had like Victorian clothing. And then the guy had tribal clothing. So I do believe that these people were part of the soul family or guides. They did have a glow to them, kind of light energy, but everything out there was light energy. It's just degrees of how bright and how not bright. So they were fair. They were brighter than my brother. They kind of lit up more, and my brother was more kind of dimmed down. These beings told me that you have a job to do. You're not done. You have to complete things. You have a better life that could be waiting for you. You don't have to go back. We're not forcing you to go back, but we highly, highly recommend you go back. From that level, the soul level, there was no choice. It was obvious I'm going back because I just saw how badly I screwed everything up, and I want to go fix it. We have these different bodies, one being emotional, one being mental, spiritual, and physical. The emotional body looked like a blanket, and it was a heavy blanket, a heavy dark blanket. There was memories that lived in the emotional body. I could see flashes of memories. It was like a storm. It really is like the weather system of a body. It was dark and gloomy, and there was flashes of light, and memory was held in the emotional body, not just the mind. So when I saw the mental body, it looked like a donut, like a halo, if you will, just like a halo that saints have, but mine was dark. It was a dark halo. And it was the same thing. There was this energy flow, like a spinning field of energy around the mind, I didn't really see anything. Like the emotional body was very apparent. Like what was going on there was wild. This just was like a spinning donut of darkness. And then the physical body, it was very dense, of course, because the physical body takes on toxicity and it was heavy and it just looks sick. And then the spirit body is the electrical system that operates the whole thing. So without the spirit body, you can't even function. These bodies were very heavy and very dense for me, and they just got heavier and heavier. And that I needed to do something about these bodies. I needed to change them. I needed to lighten the load. After that, there was this amazing kind of holographic image that completely surrounded me in this room, and it was my future. And it was like basically the future of Earth. It was very different. It was changed so much that it didn't make sense. I'd say I was about 50 years old, and you can tell that things were not what they are now. Something big changes the Earth. Like all I wanted to do was die. But now after the NDE, all I want to do now is live. All I want to do now is do my best. Like it changed me to my core. For me, what really helped me was finding something, finding a purpose, finding something more to live for, finding that meaning. You have to give meaning to life. It's not up to life to give your life meaning. It's up to you to give your life meaning. Our destiny is like the theme we chose to play out in life, but the free will is how, in which way we go about that. So we can go about it rich or poor, right? Or we can go about it happy or sad. So that's the free will. But the theme is like you're going to overall experience this adventure and you can't get away from the destiny of it. I look at the world in this way that I know my neighbors don't look at it that way. I know the people that I'm around, they just don't see it like that. When you understand where you are, why you're here, and what you're here to do, and you start living that out and really live that out, you are on that true north path. You're on that purpose road. And when you're on that road, that's when that magic happens. That's when synchronicities flow. That's when things start to happen for you. That's when more things show up to expand the level of excitement. And life becomes this exciting, synchronistic journey and more like an adventure. When I was at my pre-life, it was like just a life. I was just living or surviving. I wouldn't even call it living. I call it survival. Now my life is a great adventure. Try to find adventure, because when you start living your life from that point of view of an adventure or something to overcome, and when challenges come, you can look at them as, oh, I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna defeat this. Not, oh God, I don't want to do this again, right? Then life, it expands on you, and you can be so much happier. Being who I am now is so much better than the way I was. My God.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that inspirational NDE from Jeff. I made a second video here of some of the questions and things that we talked about that I couldn't quite fit into this video. So if you would like a little bit of a deeper dive, click here. If you would like to see some of my other videos, click here. If you'd like to subscribe, click on my face. All right, hope you have a good one. See you next time.